solution. So we are doing this session about the implementation and migration from QuickBooks to Oracle Fusion Financial Clouds. So in the previous session we have completed about and we have seen about the phases of implementation and the SDLC, along with the limitations and the advantages of Oracle Fusion. So now there are certain topics that we have to cover before moving the procedure of implementation and migration, and till we integrate these things. So before moving ahead, we have to have some sort of knowledge about about other applications that are integrated with Oracle Fusion Finance. So here we can see that Oracle Fusion integrate with other applications as well. So why we need this? Because Oracle Fusion can integrate with various third-party applications, legacy systems and cloud services that ensure smooth operations and data consistencies. These are the key integration methods, or we can say tools, that we can use while integrating with other applications. Here we can see here third party enterprise applications. We can see the file based data import. It is also known as FBDI, as we all known in the Oracle applications. Okay, so FBDI, what is FBDI? FBDI is used for bulk data, that is we can master data or transaction that also support the CSV or Excel file uploads via Oracle UCM, that is, or Universal Content Management. Okay, it is commonly used to integrate with QuickBooks, SAP and Tally and etc. So here you can see the other application. You can see so application programming interface is also another sort of the web services that are used to integrate with other applications like Salesforce, Workday, ADP or QuickBooks, etc. Okay, for integrate the journal entries or the other accounting transactions, or we can synchronize vendors invoices between the Fusion and the QuickBooks. Okay, so we can also use the BI publishers and OTBI reports. What is OTBI reports? That Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence, that generate real-time reports. Okay, so it can also use for data extraction into Excel or PDF or CSV file. Here you can see the IDF desktop integration. IDFDI is also like the Excel based tool the Excel based tool for data entry into the Oracle Fusion. We can use general entries with these through assets additions or invoice uploads. So these are the IDF services, that is the custom application that we can use. Here the third party enterprise application also means like the ERP or the accounting software that we use, like the other accounting software, very known accounting software like SAP, Tally, QuickBooks and NetSuite, etc. We can integrate that ERP with Oracle Fusion through the FBDI templates, or through the APIs, or through the OIC. It can be use case like GL data or AP or AR transaction invoices. Okay, basically why we are integrating with other applications? Because when we migrating the data from the other applications, like suppose it is using the HR or payroll systems, like we are sometimes we can use the Workday or ADP success factors, that will can integrate through the APIs or OICs. Okay, so these kind of the party applications can be helpful. Okay, so now after that it comes to the methodologies used by the Oracle Fusion. Oracle Fusion in the implementation and migration process. Okay, so here you can see the methodologies that are used in the Oracle Financial. These are the some methodologies on your screen. You can see the first methodology is application implementation methodologies, Oracle Unified methodologies that we also known as OUM, integrated cloud services, and service oriented architectures. These are the four methodologies that are used in the Oracle Fusion Finance when we are integrating with third parties, or we can say we are migrating the data from one ERP into the new ERP system, that is a Oracle Fusion. So in these four the Oracle focuses or concentrate on the so in these four methodologies, the Oracle is a highly a proprietary implementation methodology uses the OUM, the Oracle Unified Method. In Oracle Fusion Finance, OUM is a proprietary implementation methodology is used for deploying Oracle applications, including also Oracle Fusion Financials. So it can be used with SCM, HCM, or CRM. So this is the most proprietary method that is followed in the today's time. Okay, it provides a structured approach to project management, covering the entire life cycle from planning to post go live support. Here you can see it is similar to the we use similar to the SDLC and it's to the OUM, but it has a different sort of things. Here you can see the phases of OUM. These are the 5 phases that is used highly used in the OUM. So the first phase of the OUM is the inception. Inception is first we have to define the project vision, scope, and objectives. Of course, when we start a new project, we have to define the projects and what is the vision, that what we are going to do, what is the vision, what is the end result, and what is the scope, and what is the objectives. The objectives we have already covered in the previous session, and what is the scope, you can see what is the vision is there, and what the vision is like. Suppose we are just doing this project to minimize the manual interface and most focusedly on the automation. So you can see that here in the inception. Then the second phase come elaboration. We have to plan the implementation, we have to define the requirements and set up the project structure. So elaboration here comes means that we have to plan the implementation, that what is the stages that we are going to follow, what are the steps, what are the methods that we are going to follow while planning the implementation, and how much time does it takes. And the second is to define the requirements, and as you can see on the first step of the SDLC, there comes the requirement gathering and analysis. So here is also like we have to define the requirements, what are the requirements, what is the client requirement, what is the client needed, the output, what is the output we can provide. So all it comes to the cumulative, and we have to define the requirements. After that we will define and set up the structure, project structure. So now after planning or defining the requirements and setting up the whole project structure, we move on the third step, and that is come to the construction. Now here the constructions come in the picture, and here we have to configure and build the system. That is, we have to configure all the configurations that are needed to build the system. That is we have to sit with the whole team, the developers team, the functional consultant, the technical team also, and we will build and configure the system according to what the business user needed. Okay, so now here we have to integrate the QuickBook with the Oracle Fusion, because what is the information we are receiving from the QuickBooks and what we can provide it, so we have to integrate both the system here. So now the fourth phase of this OUM comes up, the transition phase. That is, we have to conduct all the testing, like we have to go to the testing, we have to test the two scenarios, or we have to test the transactions, or we have to test all the configuration, whether we have uploaded or what not uploaded. So in this phase the testing comes up, and we have to provide the training as well, because after the completion of the project, when the UAT has done, all the configuration has done, and we will integrate the project into the Oracle Fusion. Then we have to also provide the training to the business units to the new system, so they can work seamlessly and without any problems or without any stuckings. So after that we have we have to data migrate before going live. Okay, so this is all comes under the transition phase. Then comes up the production. The production means when as if you remember in the previous session, that is the last SDLCs, you can see here on the SD as the software development cycle, you can see the last stage is that support and maintenance. So this is the production phase of the OUM, where we will provide support at the live system and ensure optimization. Here the things comes when we fully integrate into the new ERP system. We have to see whether the output that we are receiving from in the QuickBooks, the same output that is expected from the business user, we are giving that output from the Oracle or not. So and whether if any error comes, we have to ensure that there will be less, well, we have to be ensured that there will be nil error while we have to optimization. Okay, so these are the 5 phases of OUM. While we doing the implementation, as I have already told you, this method is highly recommended by the Oracle as well, and in the practical scenarios, this is the method is following. Okay, I will give you the whole flow of this OUM, the inception elaboration, after completing this topic. Okay, so now we move to the next. What is the components of OUM? Here you can see these are the key components of OUM. The first component of OUM is the business process mapping. Okay, we have to ensure business process align with Oracle Fusion financials. Here we have to be map that the output that we are receiving from the source system, that is here is Oracle, here is QuickBooks, to the target system. That map will be correlate to each other. Then comes up the gap analysis. The gap analysis, we have to identify the gaps between existing process and the Oracle Fusion capabilities. It means here we have to fill what is the gap analysis, where we are lacking, or what is the output that we are receiving from the QuickBooks, and what is the outputs. Sometimes if you see the terminology is different. in every ERP. Some terminology is same, but some terminology is different. So we have to analyze those terminology and have to fulfill the gap analysis. So it can be done through various tools that we are going to see when we are just migrating the things. Then we will see what does this means, or more in depth. Then there come is data migration strategy. So moving financial data from legacy system, or you can see the source system, that is QuickBooks here, to Oracle Fusion Finance. So we have to make the strategy. It cannot be like this that we receive the CSV or any output from the legacy system, and we have to just go just drag and drop thing. We don't have to do this thing. We have to make a migration strategy, that how this migration strategy can be done, because it is a one-time process. If the one-time process is failed, then the whole project or the whole system can be failed. Okay, so now the other is training and change management. We have to be ensure that we can provide the end user well trained for a smooth transition, because after migrating or integrating the system, the end user has to work on the system. So if the end user not get a proper or well trained, then it will be very difficult to give the support all the time, because it will take a lot of time, and this means that the project is not going well. Okay, so the next is testing and validation. Testing and validation comes here, that we have to give the UAT, or unit integration and user acceptance testing. So UAT, when we have done the user acceptance testing, this is the third that we have seen on the that we are facing the of implementation. uh, that when we see the phases of implementation, we have seen that UAT is very important. So the how UAT is done, we will see that when we closing on the project. Now configuration and customization component, this is like we have to setting up the modules. In Oracle Fusion Financial, there are 5 modules, like the GL, the AR, AP, FF, fixed assets, and the cash management. So all the modules have to be set up differently, because it is relating to each other, but to migrate the data into these modules, it takes a lot of time, and there are different configurations. So we have to be systematically configure and ensure that all the metadata, all the data, all the records can be migrated smoothly into the system. So what are the so with the help of that, we can see what is the benefit of the OUM. It provides more flexible and scalable methodologies. So we can see here, you can see what is the benefit of OUM. So it means that it provide more flexible and scalable methodology, or it provide support, like we can work more flexible, more scalability. Okay, and we can provide the support cloud-based. We can provide the cloud-based support, or on-premises implementation as well, but we are doing on the Oracle Fusion Financial Cloud support. Here we can provide support from any part of the globe, and we can align with agile or waterfall approach, that we have already discussed what is the agile or waterfall approach. We can go through this also, and we can reduce risk. reduce risk, and on time implementation, migration, integration can be done. Or we can see we can reduce manual intervention, and more on more on automation. So these are the some benefits that is provided by the OUM. Okay, now here you can see the key activities by phases, that is the Oracle responsibility, share responsibility, and customers responsibility. Here you can see. So the key activities like that, we have to design the project. So this is a more broader sense of the OUM. You can see first we have to design the project, like what is the planned project. It is the responsibility. You can see the highlighted of this, the white one is the Oracle responsibility, that is the application responsibility, and the gray ones are those that is the share responsibility. That means from the Oracle team, Oracle's from the customer's point of view, and from the end users point of view, that is the customer's responsibilities also. And you can see on the blue line as well, it is for the customer's responsibility. Here you can see the project design. The project design is the plan project. We have to conduct kickoff meeting, as we have seen when we say we have seen the conference room pilot meeting. We have to schedule the workshops that we can provide the meetings that on certain testing as well. Here we have to design the functional design workshops, technical design, and we have to conduct the design review, whether all the design documents, all the process flow has been correct, or it is understandable to the end user or not. Then we have to develop the security and validation strategies and plans. Then we can start the implementation checkpoint. So this is the first activity phase when we design the project. Then we have to configure that, then we can start the application. After that we have to done all the validation, all have to map the things, or with integration with the third parties, then validate the extension with the, then have to implement, and till the point to the conduct implementation. Then we have to validate, then we have to update all the setups that we have given. Then we have to prepare different case scenarios. Then we have to prepare the different validation test scripts. Then we have to load data. If we have conducted some data, then we have to upload the whole data and see the that it is working smoothly or not. Then it is also have to set with the client to the end-to-end review, and then we have to start the training as well. Then on the comes the transition phase. Here we have to migrate all the configuration, all the data in from test instance to the production instance. Then we have to execute the whole project and have to set with the final validation review. Then the realization. Here we have to go live support. We have to give the customer relationship managers, that is we can have to handled all the project to the end user. Then we have to see whether the project is accepted or not, and then we have to, if all these things will be done, then the project can be closed. So this is the key activities that I have provided to you. We have to focus on this. We have to focus on the implementation phases. We have to do the migration integration with SDLC along with the documents. Then we have to follow the OUM method that is highly recommended by the Oracle. Now what happens after this? So there comes the part where we have to receive the data or the documentation that we have to receive data, information, output, etc. from the client, that is from the source system. from the source system. Okay, so the received data, information, output, etc. has to be come from the source system. So in every ARP system there has there has come ability, or we can take the system from we can receive the data in Excel format or in the CSV format. Okay, we have to receive this Excel we have to receive the data from the Excel format or CSV format, because it is it can be used or it can be copy paste, because if we are all the things cannot be done automation, so we have to see all things properly that it can be received. Then what we have to extract all this data into a meaningful data. So here we are using macros that can transpose the data what we want. Okay, so here the technical team and the developers comes in the picture, and they do with the coding sort of, and transpose the data into a meaningful data. Then we have to do all the data uploading techniques that we can use from various templates that are available in the Oracle Fusion that we have already discussed. That is the FPTI templates or the spreadsheets that are available to upload into the system. Okay, so this is how we will going to process these setups. So and before this we have to, before going to this process, we have to create certain documents, as we have seen in the SDLC. That first we have to create the requirement gathering. So the requirement gathering will come under the document known as BRD document, that is known as a business requirement document. Okay, what is business requirement document? That we will cover in the next session. All the documents we will see in the next session. Okay, then we have to design the project where we can process the flows of certain transaction, like the P2P cycle or the auto cycle. That will be can be done in the FDD. And yeah, we have to create a technical document also. So these three documents have to be designed. That is the second stage, first and the second stage of the SDLC. So we will going to continue this part in the next session, and and thank you for joining this, and we'll see all the part in the next session. Thank you.